Scott's Dundies and just forgot to rename it. We're not clever enough. So we have our Dundies. We've got them in different categories. These can either go to the team or a specific person on the team. So Snow, do you have our Dundie list?
Yeah. Hello, thank you all for coming for the awards. So we are going to kick off with the Dundies, which were judge agnostic type awards that we felt that the contestants kind of hit some sort of objective outside the main ones. So we're going to start off with the most flexible pretext. Now this was awarded for having a pretext that could pivot from one area to the other, because obviously some of those objectives, they kind of fell under one area and getting to the next one was really difficult. So you'd have to do a second phone call. But we've given this one because they were able to stay on one call and pivot over to more technical questions from the more corporate ones. So without further ado, the winner of the most flexible pretext is Intuitive Twist. Congratulations. Well done.
And our next Dundie was the more argumentative call. So this was awarded to the team that had the most pushback, whether it be between one call or several calls. They just had, I think in this case, two people who really started to give them pushback in regards to their Vish. And for that, it goes to Vish, please.
So the next one is another pretext one, and this is the most convincing pretext. This is the one that the judges felt like we really believed them. They got into character. Everything about it just seemed really realistic, and they convinced us a little bit right at the beginning. It was Intuitive Twist. You really came off as nervous, and it was great. Well done.
And just a little commentary on that. What's funny is that she's originally from Chattanooga, right? Yeah, so the Southern accent that she put on was a genuine accent that she's like tried to play off through the years. So for our next Dundie Award, it is the most novel pretext. So in our opinion, it was the funnest pretext that we saw. And although there were several, but the one that really just made us laugh and we thought was fun, a real crowd pleaser, and that goes to Midnight Vishing Society.
So the next one is going to be for what we felt was the best teammate. So who supported their teammate to the best? Obviously, this is a little bit harder if you're going solo. But this one actually has a good reason behind it. We felt that this teammate did everything correctly. And that, again, is Midnight Vishing Society. So you've got to walk all the way back. I was waiting until you got there, so you'd have to come back around again. Your teammate was brilliant. He did nothing. He sat there. He was very quiet the whole time. It was great.
But wait! So the next Dundie Award that we're giving out is Grace Under Fire. So to us, that was someone who really stood the test of whether it be anxiety in the booth or just pressure that they had. and I don't want to give it away too much, but if you were sitting here in the room, I think you can guess who it was. It was VoiceBox. So VoiceBox was fun in that with this specific Dundie. Are they here?
Are they here?
Okay, well, I'll give some backstory on this. Within the first 10 minutes, they had only collected a single objective during their call. 10 minutes left on the clock. No, it was more than that. They were down to 7 minutes. So it was 15 minutes, and they only had one objective, and they called it. They said, we're done. 7 minutes left on the clock. We're going to leave. And then we started a chant. I started a chant saying, make more calls. And the whole room just started chanting, make more calls. And they did it. And they got another objective afterwards. So they definitely deserve it.
Okay, so this one is, hang on, which one are we on? This one. Right, so this one was judged purely on costume. This one's for best dressed. Obviously, we give points for every time a competitor changes wardrobe, right? And it helps if that wardrobe is something to do with the pretext. But we also like to have a lot of fun as well. So for best dressed, I think it was very clearly Mr. Hackerman. So congratulations.
If you were not in the room, they put on pizza costumes. They were literal slices of pizza, and they changed during their calls. The next Dundie Award is called Death by Hold Music, and this was difficult. So we actually tallied up all the hold musics that people sat through, and although some of them were more entertaining, right, because we had the pizza, the like death metal Papa John's that was playing was definitely fun, but Doom sat through 5 or 6 hold musics, and for that, he won Death by Hold Music.
I think it was a little bit unfortunate that he didn't rap during his. He had the whole music. He could have done something. MF Doom, come on. Right, so on to the last Dundie of the day. This is for best acting in character. Now, we saw some phenomenal callers, and the contestants were great getting into character. There were some really good ones that they really sold it to the person on the other end of the phone. But we decided that the best acting in character Dundie Award goes to E Industrial. So congratulations. Not here? I mean, wow. That's it from us, I believe.